Hi, I'm Lynn from How To Heroes, and today we're going to be cooking with my favorite seasonal ingredient, asparagus. We're going to be making an asparagus soup that also has some nice fresh spinach as well as leeks. There are two kinds of leeks. This is the traditional one that you probably see in the supermarket all the time, and then there are wild leeks, also called ramps. These are a little bit stronger in flavor, but you can get them in the spring at farmers markets and sometimes in the supermarket. So you can use either one of those. So to start, we're just going to heat up some canola oil. So just enough to coat the bottom of the pan. And then we're going to add 1 onion diced, as well as 2 leeks. And that's two of these big leeks. If you use the smaller ones, you're obviously you need to use more of them. And then you're just going to saute those until the onions are translucent, probably about 3 minutes. So we'll check back then. Okay, so the onions and the leeks are nice and translucent. So now we're just going to add in 4 cloves of garlic, minced. And you're just going to mix that in until you can sort of smell it. So 30 seconds to a minute is totally fine. And now we're going to add in our asparagus. This is a big bunch of asparagus, probably about 20 asparagus spears, and I've cut them into like little 1.5 to 2 inch pieces so that they will cook evenly and be easier to puree at the end. So you really just want to get them just a tiny bit soft. Really, 3 minutes I think is fine, because they're going to be cooking in the stock for another 20 minutes after that. So we're just going to let these saute for a few minutes. Okay, so our asparagus have been sauteing, and now I'm just going to season them a little bit with salt and pepper. I like to season as I go a little bit, so I'll do some now and then I'll taste at the end and adjust seasoning if needed. We're going to add our stock. This is 4 cups of low sodium chicken stock. And I like to do low sodium because I kind of like to be in control of the salt flavor. So you can always add salt, you can't really take it away. So I'm going to bring this to a boil, and then I'm going to let this cook for 15 to 20 minutes. Basically, just stick a knife in one of the asparagus spears. If it goes through easily, then it's done. So the soup has been simmering for about 15 minutes. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to put in our spinach. So this is about 2 healthy handfuls of spinach. Spinach cooks down quite a bit, so while it might seem like a lot, it really isn't. So really all you need to do is cook it until you see it break down. So it's just going to take a couple minutes. And then we're going to puree it. Okay, here we have the finished soup. I pureed it using an immersion blender. They're terrific because you can just stick them in the soup and blend it, as opposed to taking the mixture out, putting it in a blender, and having to worry about the top flying off and you getting burned. Blenders make me nervous. So if you can get an immersion blender, I highly recommend it, although a regular blender works just fine. And what I've done is I put a couple of seared scallops on top. I just basically seared them in a little butter, and they really go super nicely with the soup. So I hope you enjoy it and you give it a try.